What is poverty? Why are many people poor? Why does it look like the whole world, many are poor while a handful of people are super rich? Why do we have a lot of people on the street begging for money, people who are homeless, but there are other people who have millions and billions of dollars available at their disposal, and they have houses which they cannot even spend any time in? Why is that so? The key question we need to then ask ourselves is, what is poverty? If I ask you what is poverty, what would you tell me? You would say, oh, Nhyira, someone is poor when they don't have money to buy food. Someone is poor when they don't have money to pay for their bills. Someone is poor when they cannot afford 3 square meals. Yes, you may be right in all of your definitions, but there is one key definition of poverty which one of my mentors mentioned that transformed my life that I want to share with you today. And that is the definition of poverty by Dr. Cindy Trim. She defines poverty as not lack of money, but lack of wisdom. In other words, poverty is not lack of money, but lack of wisdom. What does that mean? If someone is poor, it is not because they don't have money, it's because they lack wisdom. Because the question you need to ask yourself is, what is the difference between the rich and the poor? What is the difference between the wealthy and the people who live in abject poverty? What is the difference between the successful people and the unsuccessful people? Yes, you can mention a lot of factors, but the thin line is wisdom. Whilst there are some people who are looking for problems to provide solution for so that they get paid, others are sheepishly sitting down, blaming people and not taking responsibility for their life. There are people who are poor today because of their ego. One of the things that you have to understand is this, and this is something that I heard from Dan Locke, is your ego is not your amigo. Some of you are poor because of your ego. You have a lot of ego in you, and that is making you to be poor. There are some of you are like, hey, listen, I want to work, but then if the company is not going to pay me $5,000 or 5,000 Ghana cedi, then I won't work. There are some of you are like, yeah, I want to work, but if I don't get this position or I don't get that position, then I'm not going to work. That is your ego, and your ego is not your friend. And so if you are poor, it's because of your ego. Some people are poor because of their wrong lifestyle choices that they have decided to have, because some people are driving cars they are not supposed to drive. What are you doing with a 2.5 liter car engine capacity? Maybe you need 1.5. Hell, maybe you need 1, or maybe you don't even need a car. Okay, so some people have an inflated lifestyle that is making them to be poor than they are supposed to be. So poverty is not lack of money, but it is lack of wisdom. So the next time you are thinking about money, the next time you sit there and you're like, oh, I'm poor, the next time you are looking at, I am not doing well in life, you need to ask yourself, what wisdom am I lacking? Because if you get wisdom, you will understand how to live life. If you get wisdom, you will know you don't need to wear a $5,000 suit. You can get a $300 suit and you still look good. If you get wisdom, you will get to understand that you don't need a $1,300 phone. Maybe you need a $200 phone and you'll be okay. If you get wisdom, you will understand that you don't have to spend the money to buy a luxurious car to show off to your friends that yes, you have arrived. You will use that money instead to acquire some land somewhere or invest in some shares or some bonds, and that will drip you some dividends every year and you'll become more wealthy. If you have wisdom, you will understand that yes, your ideal position, your ideal salary, your ideal work is there, but you cannot get it now. But you can start from somewhere and start making some money, building some experiences so that you will become successful one day. If you have some wisdom, you will understand that this world, it is not about pleasing others, it is about doing what you can within your capacity. If you have some wisdom, you will understand that you will not go and borrow money to organize a wedding ceremony that is going to be lasting for 4 hours or 5 hours just for people to come and eat and snap pictures, and the rest of your life you become miserable because you now have to make money to pay off that loan and then break your home at the end of the day. If you have wisdom, you will know that living life is having peace of mind, and peace of mind varies from everybody because our goals are different. So the next time you want to think about poverty, don't think about it in terms of money. Think about it in terms of wisdom. The next time you want to think about wealth, don't think about wealth just in terms of money. Think about wealth in terms of wisdom, because wisdom is the principal thing. And in all that I get in, you must get wisdom.